Question 1 has 4 parts. What you're trying to determine is how many officers you need based on population. But you shouldn't just use your population. We are going to compare with 4 different cities their population and number of officers. So this is a comparison using population as a workload measure. So just a note about this project. And as you look at this page here, you've got a table that refers to the F group. And again, remember back to what your F group is. My F group is 3. So I've got my population for my lost city highlighted there. Your population is going to be different based on your F group. But then the question deals with 4 other jurisdictions. So where is that information? And that's going to be a theme throughout the project. So there's 2 keywords you need to focus on. One is when the project question says determine, that usually means it's not going to be readily available right in front of your face, so you have to go somewhere else to look for it. And there's another document that you should download. It's called a dataset. So download Project Dataset 3. And what this is, it's a list of all kinds of tables and information for you that's provided by somebody that you asked for information. So it might be a crime analyst, it might be a records technician that has access to RMS data, it might be a dispatch supervisor that has access to CAD data. Whoever that you asked is going to provide you with a lot of data. You don't need as much data as they provide. So you're going to have to sort through this data set and figure out what data you need and what data you don't need. But in question 1, you're going to need cities, you're going to need population, and you're going to need a number of officers for each of those jurisdictions. So look through your data set and find that information, and that's what you refer to. So as you work through this, make sure that you reference where you got the information. So it's a verification. So if your boss says, boy, these numbers sure look great, where'd you get them? And so in your project here, you're going to give your source here. So I use dataset 1. So my numbers are going to be completely different than yours. That's by design. So you're going to use dataset 3. Again, just if you got information from the dataset, just tell me which table that you got this information from. It's that trust but verification. Much like if you had to do a research project, your chief is going to want that information of where you got this information. Find 4 comparison cities, their population and the number of officers, and ideally you want to have a population base there's 2 cities that have populations above yours and 2 cities with populations below yours. You can also try to go by the number of officers, but since you don't know how many officers you need, it's best to kind of get a difference in population since you do know the population. I like tables because they're clean and easy to work through. I insert a table, and I'm going to go ahead and just reveal this to you. A table with the labels on it. I have 4 columns, and I have a city column, a population, and a population divided by 1,000, and then I have the number of officers. So for question 1A, my lost city, the number of officers is blank, but I do know the population. And I chose different cities with different populations, and I just typed them into my table there. Again, it's very clean and neat, and I'm just revealing the information that I got from my data set. And that's all that's required in question 1A.